we are live.
Okay. Hey, we're back. Awesome.
RYC. We miss you.
What you need to know tonight is that there's nothing that you can do and there's nothing that can be done to you that could separate you from God's love.
Can I also just do a shout out? Sorry to interrupt again, man, but
if someone's being rude to you or being mean to you, you can be like, well, I'm loved by the creator of the universe, so what you got to say?
yeah, there's a lot of questions about why are we wearing hats? Great
Wow.
question.
Great.
Who wants
It is
to
a good
answer?
question.
Well, I've started wearing this hat ever since I tried to tuck Nico into bed and he said, where's all your hair gone?
Oh, look at that scroll. What was your favourite meme? I like that. I like that.
Thank you. You put a lot of time and effort into that. A lot of time.
So I wonder how you guys have been keeping in touch. I've been learning Instagram, and I also learnt some TikTok, but no one's following me on TikTok. So if you want to follow me on, I've chucked some pretty full-on fun videos up here. So give me a follow. I don't know what my username is, but like,
You gotta share it on Instagram or
It's
something.
pretty important
man.
if people want to follow you in that.
Yeah,
Instagram.
maybe that's why you have to follow us.
I do.
I like to see it.
Think about it, we're separated from one another. We can feel like we're separated from a lot of things right now while we're in isolation, but we're not separated from God. We're not separated from His love, because we can't be.
Or not. Like, I'm pretty sure God beats everyone else in terms of who has the authority to tell you what's right and what's not. Including yourself as well. Like, if it's yourself telling you you're not loved, pretty sure God has more authority than you do as well. So,
Long story short, Matt told me I was going to be hosting. Well, he asked me to host, and I was so ecstatic that I grabbed my favourite microphone, jumped on, and here I am.
And what's
So
your
where'd you get the
favourite
microphone from?
That is great.
I think it's from the Eco Depot, and it's a Guitar Hero Live one.
Woo!
This is quality live streaming right here. We spared no expense.
I think this ticket was $5.
so
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go! Come on! Hey guys, welcome to our youth group live stream. Back for another lockdown. It is so good to be with you. And today we've got an awesome looking group of hosts. This is our Paralympics theme. And so, Billy, how you doing over there?
I'm doing great, thank you, Matt.
Awesome. And I heard that you went and got the COVID jab today. Tell us about that.
Yes, I did. Oh, it was pretty nerve-wracking, not gonna lie. We had to drive up to this like tent thing, and then the lady was like, "I'm gonna do it now." I was like, "Okay." Then she was like, "Make sure you don't look because it might make you feel sick." And I was like, "Okay." So I was like looking straight ahead, but I was sitting in the front of the car, so I had the windshield like mirror there, and I couldn't help myself and I looked. worst idea. Guys, don't look.
Oh
It's-
no! Is the needle big? Like that's an important question.
It was probably about this big.
Whoa, that's quite.
Honestly.
That feels
I
quite
hate
big.
needles.
I hate needles.
I
so
don't like
much.
how you're making it close to the screen.
Oh.
Make it look bigger than it actually is.
Oh no, not looking forward. But got to get your shot for
Yeah.
the team. So that's good. Hey Donna, how you doing?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well, Donna. I'm doing well. Hey, I thought I could get some recommendations from you though, of some good like lockdown viewing. What have you been watching during this lockdown?
I have been watching Criminal Minds.
Oh yes, so good, so good. Nice. And any Paralympics on at your place?
Well, you see, I'm a bit like stuck with like schoolwork at the moment, so I haven't been watching as much as I want to.
Okay. But starting next week, when the old Will Stedman gets on, you'll be there with flags.
I'll be watching Paralympics and the Criminal Minds at the same time. Watch me.
Yeah. Awesome. Flat screen. Wow. And James, how you doing down there?
I'm good. How are you, Matt?
I'm well.
just
I'm
said-
well. You must be in for. Thanks, Paul. I had answered that question already, but good question,
You gotta
James.
check it again.
Well
check
done.
it again.
Yeah, I'm still good. I'm still good. Honestly,
You're still good. That's good.
Hey, I wanted to ask you about how school's going in the online world. How's the old online school?
Pretty good. Pretty funny. You get some great teacher interactions with that. Definitely.
Oh yeah. Tell us a story.
Today, my science teacher was not only wearing a suit, but he was eating cake in class. But it gets better. Halfway through the class, he drops it on the floor and continues to eat it.
Oh no.
No!
Name and shame.
There's always that one person.
Who's the teacher? Name and shame.
Mr. Judkins,
Oh,
the science teacher.
Ooh, love it. Tell us in the
Yeah.
comments if you know Mr. Junkins. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And Apurva, how are you down the bottom?
I'm doing good.
Nice. And you must be like loving this lockdown in terms of like people tuning into your podcast. Like everyone is listening. Everyone I've talked to is listening to your podcast this lockdown. So if you haven't started listening to Apurva's podcast yet, you need to get into it.
Yep, it's pretty cool. And if you want to listen to William Stedman, you can do that on God Is Not Absent.
Oh, nice. Bit of a name drop. So if you haven't tuned in yet to Apurva's podcast, you need to get amongst it because it's so good. Awesome to have you on here, Apurva, and Apurva's going to be sharing a message with us later on, and it's going to be awesome. So good, so excited to be on the live. Hey, on Monday we got some of you guys to send in your memes, and so I'm going to throw over to James with the meme reviews of the week.
Yeah, so we got 4 memes this week, and the first one, when it loads up, this one was from Amelia.
Go Amelia.
And if you guys think this is the best one, vote in the comments below and do a lightning bolt symbol for Harry Potter.
Lightning bolt. I'm super serious right now from Amelia. Good job, Amelia. Pretty good.
Yeah, good job, good meme.
Nice.
Still
The
confused.
next
as to
one,
American flag,
this one's from
by
the
way.
Peveril Flats.
Peveril Flat. That's
do-
Alicia and Mel.
We love
Yeah,
people
and do
flat.
Do a deer emoji down below. If you think this is your favorite one, and if there's
Is
not
there
a deer emoji, do
is there
an animal that looks like a deer.
An animal that looks like
I
a deer
get
emoji. I love it.
Yeah, to vote for
This
this
is a
one.
Good meme. The votes are coming in already. This is great.
This one is from Sebastian.
Sebastian.
Pretty good one. Yeah. And if you think this one's the best one, do one of those little exclamation marks in the triangle.
There's some good like Christianness in that.
Get it.
There is.
I get
Hey,
it.
Maya found a
Definitely.
deer. Good work.
Oh, yo, good job, Maya.
There's actually a
Actually,
deer
yeah.
emoji.
There
Okay.
is.
This one's my favorite one.
This one has music. Where's the music?
This one's from Jess, by the way.
Yes, Jess sent me that, and I was like,
Oh, it's so good. But where's the music? I don't think we've got
If you
the
guys think
music.
this is the best one, do an ocean emoji or like a wave sort of thing.
Okay,
Or
so
beachy.
votes are coming in, and let's keep
They
watching
are.
those votes as they roll in. There's a lot of deer emojis coming in. Oh, this is
Well, there we
Yeah.
go. This music.
It's so good.
Oh, I
read
love
that?
it.
Me vibing with the Lord.
So
Love
good.
it. Love it.
We love
So good. So we're going to be watching out for who you guys are voting for in the comments, and that's going to be really cool. Now we have another competition for you tonight as well. And this is one that we ran last lockdown, and we were just loving it last lockdown. So we're bringing it back. Donna has got the secret sound competition for us. So keep those votes rolling in, but also Donna's going to tell you about something else.
Okay, cool. So we have the secret sound. It's little bit easy, so you got to get ready to type in your keyboard. So if you think you know the answer, just put it in the comments below, and then we will see who was the first one.
So first person, don't play it yet. Don't play it yet because we need to know the stakes. Don't play it yet. Don't.
Oh yeah, the first person that gets this answer will get a virtual high five from me from the camera and a chocolate bar when it's safe for us to give you one.
All right, so you gotta be first though. You gotta be first person with the right answer.
Gotta be first one.
Yeah.
What?
That was it. Oh. One more time. All right, so if you think you know what that is, chuck it in the comments, and the first person to guess correctly.
We got one.
Oh my gosh, that was so good.
What? Oh man, they're coming in fast as. And I think Dakota's the first one.
Yeah, Dakota was the first one. It was
nice work.
It was a toaster.
Was that correct? It was a toaster.
Yes, it was a toaster.
Nice. So
virtual
Dakota,
high fives for you, Dakota.
Virtual high fives and chocolate coming your way after the lockdown as well. James, how are the votes coming in, do you think, for the meme? Do you have a winner
good?
yet?
There's lots of them. I don't know if we've got a determined answer yet, though.
Okay, you keep
your votes
looking
coming
through
in.
That.
Keep
looking through
yeah.
that while we work this out. Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, we have got a special guest joining us on the live tonight, all the way from Tokyo, in Japan, competing at the Paralympics in just a couple of days' time. So I want you to, with a whole lot of applause in the comments, to invite Will onto the live tonight. The William Stedman, live from Tokyo. So good to see you, Will.
I have a serious question for you, Will.
Hey, Will, how's Tokyo going?
Yeah, it's good, thanks, Matt. It's very hot. It's been about 35 degrees the last few days and very humid. But no, it's going well. Arrived a couple of days ago, and the athletics competitions has just started today, so things are going well.
Wow, awesome! And we were just so proud of you when you got named as like the flag bearer, one of the team captains of New Zealand. Mate, how did you feel was that something you expected, or like how did you feel getting named that special role?
No, it definitely wasn't expected at all. It was a pretty big surprise, to be honest. So yeah, it was a pretty big honor to kind of be like the Habakata, or the team captain, the male team captain. And so yeah, it was definitely was unexpected, but it was a pretty big honor. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing.
It really shows what I guess the team thinks of you, And I was even reading an article earlier today, and one of your fitness trainer wrote about some of the things that he sees in you. I want to read out a bit of a quote for you, and I want to get your kind of reaction to it. So Simeon, your gym trainer, said he has a quiet strength about him. He doesn't get rocked easily for a young guy. He's very good at dealing with change to trainings and injuries, and he can accept when things are going well or when they're not going so well and just move through it. That's one of his strengths. Like, that's a pretty cool comment, eh?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's very nice of him.
And where do you think that strength comes from? Because we see that in you as well. But where does that come from for you, Will?
I mean, ultimately, it's my faith. I think that creates it's like a rock, you know. Like, I think that creates perspective, and knowing that actually this is my job and it is a sport and it is important, but at the end of the day, it's not the most important thing. I think a lot of athletes often get so sucked into sport and like this is their life and this is everything they do, and that's unhealthy, you know, because sport is really fun, and doing it kind of professionally is a good thing. And there is high pressure, but at the end of the day, you can't have all your worth tied up in it. And part of that is also that I've got so many other things in my life as well. You know, I've got my whole church community, so I've got my university work I'm doing, my family. You know, I've got all these support networks around me, which means that sport isn't everything. Sport's important, and I do the best I can, but it's not everything in my life, you know.
Man, what an inspiring team captain. Like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So cool, Will. So cool. I think Donna's got a question for you as well.
Yeah, my question is, what's the food been like in the Tokyo village?
Oh, important question.
The food's really good. There's this massive dining hall with 2 stories where, you know, all the athletes can come and get food, and there's a whole variety of stuff from pizza and chips to curries to dumplings to sushi to pretty much everything. And there's different sections. So there's world section, and there's the Asian food, and then the Japanese food, and halal food, and vegetarian.
Wow.
It's pretty cool walking in there and just seeing all the food everywhere.
I feel like I would just be eating the whole time and forgetting.
You're like, oh no, I've got a diet for my
Yeah. So I'm definitely hanging out till afterwards for our thing. I'll just be eating pizza, chips, and ice cream. But yeah, definitely got to show the self-control. It's not just all healthy food.
Good, so good.
Important question: do they have KFC?
No, they do not have KFC. They usually have McDonald's, but not this time. And I think that I'm not sure. They might be to do with COVID or something like that. But yeah, there's definitely unhealthy food here. They've got fried chicken.
I guess
Nice.
that's the next best thing.
Now, well, I actually got out this morning for a bit of a run. I think we've got a bit of a clip of it. But I actually got out for a 400-meter run, just to see if I could kind of compete with you maybe for just for a day. So I think we've got a clip of me going out for my run. But what's kind of your personal best? What are you expecting from yourself for the 400 in a few days' time?
Well, my personal best is 53.65, and I'm definitely hoping to break that by a reasonable margin. So we'll see. Wow.
So this is me. You can see I'm going out for my run this morning, and I think I came in at 1:21. So where would I have placed in your race, Will?
Probably last. Yeah.
Probably last. Okay. Yeah. So a little bit more training to do, you reckon?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. I won't quit my day job then. All good. And we've also got a video of you can take that video down now because it just gets embarrassing towards the end. But we got a video of, and actually, hey, why don't you in the comments actually, if you've got a best time, if you know what your best time is for the 400 meters, put it in the comments. And we'll see if anyone can beat 53 seconds. You say? That's very quick. It's very quick. Nice. Now we've also got a video of I managed to find a video of your race from Rio at the last Olympics, and I thought you could just kind of talk us through a little bit of what it's like to race at the Paralympics and things. So like I think we can see at the moment this is you.
I think this is in London. World champs.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's all good.
Okay, sorry about that.
The race I bombed out in. So.
Oh, is it? Oh no.
We'll talk through that. No, it's all good.
Just tell us then. Whoops. Tell us about like when you're lining up like this. What are some of the things that are going through your head? Like what's going to be going through your head in a couple of days' time when you line up for the 400?
So one of the big learnings I had from this race in this competition actually was about the mental skills, which are really important. And so this time I was just not focused, and you'll see I did not run very well at all. But I think just keeping it simple is really important. And so I'll go through my race plan in my head, but being relaxed and fast, and then going for the last 200. But at the end of the day, I will just be saying myself on the start line, just go hard. And that's basically it. It's that simple. And because I think when you start overcomplicating it, which I did this time, you start things mess up and you don't do very well.
Right.
So just keeping it simple is a big thing, I think.
Yeah. And does it affect you if kind of someone else goes out hard or something like that, or are you like just kind of running your own race, or how does that work?
I think you notice it, but I think it's then you do have your focus that you just bring it back to. And that can just be driving your arms or that sort of thing. So it's important to have a focus, which means like if you do get a little bit distracted, you can just bring yourself back to the things that you need to be focused on.
And so you're saying that maybe kind of do you have like a race strategy or whatever kind of going into one of these races? Like,
yeah, effectively 400 is a sprint. So I'm aiming for about 95% of my max effort for the first 200, and then 100% of my max effort for the second 200. So you hold back a little bit in the first 200, but not much. You're going pretty hard the whole way.
And you're saying in this one, like, kind of something went wrong. Like, what?
I just started real slow, and then I think I just wasn't there mentally. I started real slow, and I didn't manage to have that kick in the last 200 either. So I think I finished 6th. Oh, I gotta give it away. Probably should left it as a surprise, but it was a good learning experience, because I think it was one of the first times I'd really kind of not done well at a big competition. And actually 2 days later, I came back in the 800 and managed to win a silver medal. So I managed to bounce back from it, but it was definitely a learning experience.
Right. Yeah. Oh, awesome. And then at the end of my 400 meter this morning, I was absolutely knackered. Like, actually by about 300 meters, I was absolutely knackered. Like, you're pretty had it, eh? By the end of the race. Like, tell us about that.
Absolutely. I mean, I've started to get a bit better now as my with recovery and that sort of thing. I think just older, being fitter and that sort of thing. But generally, I can't really function properly for about 20 minutes to 30 minutes afterwards. I'm just lying there trying not to die. You feel very sick. Like lactic acid, it's not a very nice feeling, but it's also, once that passes, it's a pretty nice feeling knowing that you've finished the race, and even though you're absolutely stuffed, like you're done. So no, you definitely, as you can see, I think you feel like the Australian guy feels in the race. I think I'm used to it now. I used to get pretty scared of the pain, but now it's just part of it, and that's how you just want.
Wow. And have you got some particular rivals that you're going to be racing again at these games?
There's that Aussie dude. He's definitely a wee way ahead of the field. So I mean, beating him is possible, but probably unlikely. But in a few years' time, we'll see. So he's the world record holder on the 400 meters. And the long jump's actually really tight. There's about 6 of us that could all within about 20 centimeters of each other in the long jump. So it's pretty much an open game, which is kind of exciting, because it's like, it's basically going to be who does the best on the night. And so the 400, it's the Aussie guy, and there's there's people from quite a few Eastern Europeans from Russia and Ukraine.
Oh mate, well we're gonna be so loudly cheering you on from here in New Zealand, eh? Like, we're so excited about watching you again. It's like one of the best things about actually being in lockdown for us is that we actually get to watch a whole lot more of the Paralympics and stuff. So if we want to like tune in and watch you, like, when and where do we do that?
So Duke, the TVNZ channel, is showing the Paralympics live, and I'm 90% sure they'll be showing my events. So the first one is long jump on the 30th of August at 10:14 p.m. New Zealand time.
Yeah, which is Monday night, I think, for us.
Pardon?
Monday night for us, I think.
Monday night, exactly. Yeah, Monday night. And then the 400 meters is the 31st of August at 2:20 p.m. New Zealand time. And on Duke. I think you can also stream that through the TVNZ On Demand website as well. Awesome. That's so good. So we'll be tuning in Monday night and Tuesday afternoon to catch Will. And it's so exciting to have you with us tonight, Will. I'm going to bring the rest of the hosts back on now. Mate, we're just so pumped, and we're so pumped as well that you made the time for us tonight, when you're I'm sure you got a lot of things that are busy in the village at the moment and things. So thank you so much for being with us. So cool. Oh no, thanks for having me. It's really good to be able to connect with people back home, especially because there's no other Christians in the New Zealand team. So I really love kind of connecting back with people from church. Thanks for all your support, guys. Oh wow, awesome. Hey, thanks, Will. We'll catch you later, and all the best.
better than bronze this time. Better than bronze.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's hope so.
Well.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Hey, how cool is that, guys? So cool to
So
have
cool,
Will on the live.
Cool.
So good. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Billy, is there anything that people are saying in the comments? Anything that people want to pass on to Will?
Amelia did say that you being your time, the fact that Will thought you would come last was brutally honest.
It was.
I mean,
yeah.
you might need to do a little bit more training, but you never know.
Yeah. I kind of expected that, to be honest. But like, so 400 meters, I worked it out. It's like 1.5 times around a football field. If you want to go and try it on the weekend. It's a decent run, and it's far too far to run in 53 seconds. I don't know how you do it. So just insane. But hey, we've got a bit of a game coming up. I think I'm throwing over to James for in a second.
Yep.
I hope this is going to work out all right for us.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I'd
James?
just like to come back to the comments.
Oh yeah,
James,
tell
you have
us
a
more.
fan.
Oh yeah, who's fanboy?
James
Yes, I got my fan account.
Yes, so good.
Yes, whoever that is, good job.
Hero.
Yes, Samuel. Love that energy.
So good. So good.
Yeah, we
I
also
want
have a
fan.
winner for that meme competition.
Oh really? Who's the winner, James?
The winner, yeah. We want to do a drum roll?
Yeah.
The winner is the Peveril Flats.
Peveril
Wow!
Flats!
Wow! With the
No,
Jesus one.
David. So good. Dear Jesus,
Good
bring it
job.
back.
Here it
Hey.
is. Yes.
Oh, I love it.
It
I
was
love
a
it.
pretty good meme.
Love it so much. It was a good meme.
Pretty
It was
good.
a good meme.
It's pretty good.
Awesome. You got another competition to introduce to us now, James.
Yeah, so now the competition it's wheelie chair basketball. You've got to go through obstacles and shoot basketballs into a hoop as many times as you can in a minute. We have 2 contestants. The first one is Alice, and then Liv Paul, who will be joining us.
Hey, Alice.
Yeah, Alice.
Yeah.
Good. I think Liv's going to be joining us with the daytime
Liv's
video
pre-recorded?
version of her pre-recorded
Nice, yeah.
thing. She had some technical difficulties. But Alice, how you doing?
Good, thank you.
Can you tell us, Alice, about your professional basketball career so far?
Well, it's not a basketball career. I play netball, so we'll have to see how I go.
Yeah.
We'll see how those skills come in.
Nice. Do you
Definitely.
often play netball on a wheelie chair is the big question.
Yeah.
I've never played it on a wheelie chair before, so.
Okay,
Yep.
okay. So great equalizer, the wheelie chair.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite emoji people can use to cheer for you on?
Favorite emoji? The horse emoji is always good. Always
Oh,
The
good.
horse emoji, yeah. So use the horse emoji to cheer Alice on.
What emoji should we choose for Olivia?
Ooh, I don't know.
The poop emoji.
Any ideas?
The poop emoji. Okay, poop emoji
Yeah,
for
poop
Olivia,
emoji.
and the horse emoji for Alice.
Liv, please don't kill me.
Yeah.
So Alice, do you want to get yourself set up for the
Yeah.
game?
Okay.
Yes.
So
Cool.
Alice is outside in her driveway, live right now, and I
love
think
the
Liv's going to be coming on with a bit of a video as well.
Yeah.
We've already got a vote for Alice from Olivia. It's 2 horse emojis even.
Wow.
Oh, that's extravagant.
And
Wow.
Rachel. Oh,
Oh,
How's the viewing, guys?
it's good. Thanks, Libby.
that's good.
Shout
Shot
out to
Libby.
Olivia for talking.
All right, we better give these guys a countdown from 3,
Yeah.
2,
2,
1,
One.
go.
go.
Go the wheelie chairs.
Yeah.
Go,
Oh,
Liv.
wow,
my
let's go.
goodness.
That's a hard
Wow.
obstacle.
She's gonna go
Oh
under
my
it.
god.
What is it?
So funny.
That's so good.
Oh,
Has Alice
is
scored yet?
Go,
Has Alice
Alice!
scored yet?
Alice has got 4, I think.
She's got 4 already.
Alice, how many has Liv got?
Who's counting these baskets?
I'm trying to look at both. It's 2. The competition is 2.
Liv, hey.
Hey, Liv
Oh my
scored.
gosh.
Hey, go Liv.
Nice. Alice scored. Liv
Wow.
scored again.
He's on
Yeah.
shot number 5 now.
Someone count their goals. Oh,
This
nice.
one. Look.
I'm really loving the movements here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technique is
Oh.
quite good.
It's pretty good.
It was terrible.
Oh, wow. Lives up to 6.
Time.
Time's up, Alice.
Oh,
We can't count that last one.
Liv.
Oh,
no.
no. Wow. Wow. All right. Olivia got
Liv got
5
5.
baskets, apparently. Alice, how many did you get?
I think I got 7.
7.
Yeah.
That makes Alice the winner.
Yeah.
So good, Alice. There was
Yeah.
there were a lot of horses coming up in the comments for you.
There were quite a lot of hoops from Isaac. To be more specific.
Brilliant.
Do you think this could be the next big Olympic sport? I reckon.
I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon
Yeah.
it's a chance. Eh? Nice work.
Sure.
Nice work. Hey, we're gonna change gears just a little bit now, and we've been talking at youth group over the last month or so about how we can end up with a mistaken identity, about how we can end up kind of thinking that we're someone that we're actually not, and we need to go back to who God says that we are. And so we've got a Porva who's going to be carrying on that series for us tonight with an awesome message. And so as Apurva kind of shares her message with us tonight, why don't you, if you hear Apurva say something really good, like quote it in the chat or tell us what you think of some of these things that Apurva pulls through. But Apurva, why don't you take it away? And we are looking forward to you sharing with us tonight.
Awesome! I'm so excited. Okay, so yeah, last time we talked about Cain and Abel, and today we're going to talk about the Tower of Babel. Oh, that rhymes. That's pretty cool. Okay. A lot of you guys might know the story really well. Some of you might have never heard of it before, but hopefully we can all take something away from it. I guess I want to start off with reading the story of the Tower of Babel. So if we head on to Genesis 11, verses 1 to 9, it says, "Now the whole world had one language and a common speech. As people moved eastward, they found a plain in Shinar and settled there. They said to each other, 'Come, let's make bricks and bake them thoroughly.' They used brick instead of stone and tar for mortar. Then they said, 'Come, let us build ourselves a city with a tower that reaches to the heavens, so that we may make a name for ourselves. Otherwise, we will be scattered over the face of the whole earth.' But the Lord came down to see the city and the tower the people were building. The Lord said, 'If as one people speaking the same language they have begun to do this, then nothing they plan to do will be impossible for them. Come, let us go down and confuse their language, so they will not understand each other.' So the Lord scattered them from there over all the earth, and they stopped building the city. That is why it was called Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of the whole world. From there the Lord scattered them over the face of the whole earth." So that's the story. It's kind of a weird one. So pretty much, in summary, these people, they're like, we want power and we want to make a name for ourselves. So let's build a city and let's build a tower and it'll be amazing and it'll be magnificent. And then God's like, "Nah, I'm going to foil your plans." And he did that in a really sneaky, funny way by making them not understand each other. And it's kind of a weird story, and we can kind of read this and be like, "Oh, how can this apply to our lives?" And I guess that's what I'm here for. So yeah, I guess I want to start off by asking, where did these guys actually go wrong? Is building a city or a tower really that bad? Because, we live in a city. We have seen amazing monuments. We've seen amazing monuments dedicated to God. So why is building a city or a tower so bad? And it actually says at the start that they said, "Let us build ourselves a city with a tower that reaches to the heavens, so that we may make a name for ourselves. Otherwise, we'll be scattered over the face of the whole earth." And I think that's actually the crucial point where it says, so that we may make a name for ourselves. And yeah, so it wasn't actually the tower or anything. It was the fact that they were doing it for themselves. And, you know, what does a name actually give you? A name gives you an identity, right? And they wanted to create a new identity for themselves so that they could get more value, more praise, more recognition from other people rather than from God. And this identity for them was centered around the tower. And the sad thing is, these people actually already had an identity, and this identity was that they are loved by God, period. But they wanted to be loved by other people instead. And we can kind of look at the story and go, those guys, they were so stupid. How did they not see this coming? But I think we can be the exact same a lot of the time. Because we all want to make a name for ourselves, right? It comes across in different ways depending on our personalities, but we want to be praised for something. And especially we're in high school, when we're, you know, trying to figure out who we are and what kind of friends we want and what we want to do in the future, it can be easy to lean on different kinds of identity as we try and figure that out. And, you know, maybe for you, maybe you want to make a name for yourself by being one of the prettiest girls, or being the smartest kid, or the sportiest, or by being the biggest rebel, the one that goes to the most parties, that has the most friends, or maybe even want to make a name for yourself by being the kindest person, the person that gains value from having other people need you or appreciate you. And there are actually so many ways we can try and make a name for ourselves. I've just listed like the most obvious ones. And to be kind or accomplished or sporty, like those things aren't necessarily a bad thing. It's not bad to be really smart or accomplished or nice or ambitious to help others. Those are actually really good things. And it wasn't necessarily bad for these people to build a city or a tower. The point was they actually weren't doing it for God. They were doing it for themselves in order for other people to say, oh, look how great you are, rather than to say, look how great God is. And they were doing it to pretty much increase their value in this world. And the most important thing you can figure out in life is to know that God values you infinitely just for existing. And, you know, he thinks that you have a unique value to him, that you don't have to try so hard to stand out because he loves you already and he made you to be priceless, even if you don't see that yourself, even if you think, oh, I'm just, you know, the average Joe, I don't do anything exciting. Like, he still created you to be so priceless and so unique. And that's a pretty cool truth. And I kind of was reading this and I was like, you know, it's really funny because if we think about Jesus, Jesus was probably the most anticlimactic guy in so many ways, from a worldly perception. Because Jesus was supposed to be this dude who would conquer the world, save the Jews from the Romans, and be this great warrior. He was supposed to be this dude that was, you know, greater than King David, greater than King Solomon, greater than any man who had ever lived. And if anyone was to have value and praise of other men, it was this guy. It was Jesus. And the Jews probably thought he would look like this. So if the photo works, oh, yeah, there we go. That's a brilliant photo. Yep. Yeah, the Jews probably thought he would look like this or like that. But at the same time, Jesus was described by Isaiah, who prophesied about Jesus many, many years before. He prophesied that Jesus would be someone that had no beauty or majesty to attract us to him. Nothing in his appearance that we should desire him. And it says that in Isaiah chapter 53, verse 2. And so this is what he was actually like. If we put a photo of that up, yeah, he was just so different, just so normal. And you know, this, if we keep that photo up, so this is the beloved Son of God who really should be the most beautiful person in the entire universe, who was described as having no beauty, no majesty, as having nothing that should attract us to him. He didn't have the praise of men, but he was completely loved by God. And he knew that and was the most joyful man on earth because of that. And, you know, if we, like, I stopped to think about it, like, what would the world have looked like if Jesus got tripped up by his identity and decided that it wasn't enough and decided that he would make a name for himself? Like, what if he decided to gain praise by actually being a military warrior and overthrowing the Romans? Like, what if he did his own version of building this Tower of Babel? Like, then the greatest act of love, of sacrifice, would never have happened. Jesus wouldn't have died on the cross for our sins, and we would have been left without any hope today. And it's just crazy how that would have started with him not knowing his identity. But because Jesus was secure in his identity, he didn't let any of that distract him. He didn't get tempted by the idea that people around him didn't like him enough. He was so secure that he was loved by God. And hopefully that's something that you guys can take away from this talk, that, you know, you don't have to be tripped up by other people not liking you or not thinking that you're unique enough or valuable enough. You don't have to be tripped up by trying to make a name for yourself. You can be confident that God loves you and created you to be really special in your own way. And yeah, so that's the talk. We'll keep it short and sweet. But yeah, I'll hand it back to Matt.
So good, Apurva. Wow, that was so cool.
So good.
I love how you like kind of pulled out that identity stuff from both Jesus and this Tower of Babel. That idea that they already had an identity, but they were still going looking for another one. Like, I hadn't thought of it like that before. And it's like, man, you're so right. So we're gonna have a chance to chat about that a little bit more in small groups in a little bit. But thank you so much, Apurva. It's so good.
Good.
I'm gonna hand over to Billy in just a second, and Billy's just gonna play a little bit of a song for us. Billy, do you want to introduce the song that you're gonna sing?
Okay, so the song I'm about to sing is called "You Say" by Lauren Diego. I think that's her last name, and it is definitely one of my favorite songs. It kind of talks about it does talk about what God says we are, and like along with what Paul said, that is through him and nothing else.
Awesome. Hey, why don't you take it away, Billy?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Is that the right angle? It is now. Voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure up. Am I more than just the sum of every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, because I need to know. You say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short. When I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours, and I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me, and I believe. only thing that matters now is everything you think of me. In you I find my worth, in you I find my identity. Oh, yeah, you say I am loved, and I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong, and I think I am weak. You say I am held, and I am falling short when I don't belong. Oh, you say I am yours, and I believe, yes, I believe what you say of me. Yeah, I believe. Taking all I have and now I'm laying it at your feet. You have every failure, God. You have every victory. Oh, you say I am loved, and I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong, and I think I am weak. You say I am held, and I am falling short when I don't belong. Oh, you say I am yours, and I believe what you say of me. I believe, oh, I believe, yes, I believe what you say of me. I believe.
So good. Father God, we just
Yeah.
thank you so much that that you give us our identity and that we can find that in you and in who you say we are, not in who we might try to make ourselves out to be. Lord God, would you help us with that this week? To not see ourselves by what other people see about us, but to see ourselves by what you say about us. And Lord God, thank you so much for that reminder tonight. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Wow, so good, Billy. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you
Good job,
so much.
Billy.
Thanks, guys.
So good. Hey, Donna's got a bit of a competition to tell us about just before we jump off the live for tonight. So, Donna, tell us about our small group competition for the week.
Yeah, so the small group competition this week is, drumroll please,
Oh, yeah.
Great RYC Bake Off. Okay, so how it works is that we're going to do a spin the wheel thing, and each year group will get an ingredient, and it has to be the star of the baking thing. So, yeah, and then I'll explain how you can submit your things later. But so for the year 9s, their secret ingredients will be.
Oh, here it
spin
comes.
wheel.
Spin wheel, spin wheel.
All right, you know.
Year 9s.
Peaches.
Peaches. Goodness.
What can you make with peaches?
Awesome. No, I like
have
that.
no
I
idea.
can,
Yeah.
Cereal.
Year 9 girls, they'll be good. They'll be good at peaches.
Yeah.
So the year 10s will have.
Ooh.
Oh, banana.
Banana.
Go your
Oh,
tens.
so good.
I'm expecting some
Pie.
good things from the year 10s.
I would be hoping for
Yeah.
that one. Banoffee pie, that would be so good.
I actually love banoffee pie. I'm not even kidding.
So
Like,
good.
literally. In a post, maybe.
Year 11s.
Frozen dairy.
Oh,
I feel like this
Yeah.
would be the
Frozen
easiest
dairy.
one.
Yeah.
Alright, okay,
Yeah,
give me
for
something
sure.
to
What
do.
mean?
Shout out
So
to the year
many
11s.
options.
This
So
is an
many
advantage
options.
for you guys. Okay,
Yeah.
year 12.
Ellie, you're gonna nail that.
Yes, I reckon.
Let's hope they get rhubarb.
Year
Rhubarb.
12s.
Rhubarb.
Year 12.
Rhubarb.
With the roof.
Donna, you rigged it.
Well, I wonder what the U13s will get, eh? Could be anything.
I
What
wonder
could
which
it be?
one.
What's it gonna be?
Oh,
Wow!
crazy.
So good,
Okay.
so good. So what we want you guys to do is someone from your small group to film like a 1 minute maximum video clip of you making and eating what you make. And so we'll be able to tell from your facial expressions as someone eats that whether it was good or not. And that will be how we'll work out who the winner is. Donna, is there anything else they need to know about that competition?
I don't think so, but that should be awesome.
I have a question. Will it be marked on how good it looks as well? Like
absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
This is a bake-off.
We have to see the secret ingredient.
Okay.
Yeah. Obviously, look is going to be a bit more important in this one than taste. But yeah, it needs to be. Or don't hide that. Don't hide like one slice of banana at the bottom of like a chocolate cake or something. Like it needs to be the banana needs to be the star of the show. So make sure that's happening. That's going to be a good competition. Tell us in the comments if you think that your small group is going to win.
Oh, I know my small group is going to win.
Yes, boys.
There's a question from Maya.
No chance.
We don't have a question
from Maya. Yeah.
Can we bring in family judging?
Family judging? Yeah, we can bring in family judging. Yeah, so include a family member on your video and you might get extra points. Good idea.
Ooh.
Great question, Maya, and great suggestion. Love it. Hey, we're about to head off into our Zoom small groups for the night, and the link for that is going to be just up at the bottom of the screen in just a second. So
Rachel
make sure.
did make a good point to make sure to use your actual, for real, first and last name so that we know who you are to let you join in.
Oh, nice. That is a good point. So if you haven't got that link yet, then grab it now and you'll be able to duck on there. We're going to be coming back together on Instagram Live at 9 o'clock for some shiny stories and a bedtime story and stuff. But we've got small groups kind of in the meantime, which will be really, really fun. So again, that Zoom link is just up down at the bottom of the screen. And we'll see you guys over on Zoom in just a second. Hey, Kakite, so good hosting with you guys.
Yeah.
What a good episode. We love you guys so much. I like it,
Nice,
Billy. Nice. So good. What an awesome youth group we have. So good.
So good.
All right.